Hey, Max here. Looking over the new patch notes for the Bazaar. These just dropped today, and this is be my first impression of them. Things I want to see beforehand. I'm just gonna on a wish list see what comes true. They said they're adding new encounters, so I'll be looking forward to that. But for Pygmalion, because that's who I mainly play, it would be nice if they nerfed the cooldown of properties, and I hope they buff the useless properties and that's about it. I feel like that game's in a pretty good spot. So let's see. Start of run update. This is big. Each run, players will be offered two kits to choose from. Combination of items and skills. Okay. Don't really know what that means. We'll have to see in game. Dually will choose from 1 to 2 cores. Yes. I love this because I feel like a big thing of Dually I just didn't like is that you just had every run would start either like whatever core was strong at the time, and you'd just be able to force one item plus the core, and that'll just carry you early on. And they would either have to make nerfing the cores, which would make Duelia a lot worse and kind of ruin his identity, or they make it more random which cores you start off with by adding more cores or doing this. So I think they've done that's a good change. Um, and offered a slightly weaker kit. Okay, these kits will be. I miss when we used to start the run of skills. I really like that on Pygmalion. I'm happy it's kind of back. Monster Gold updated to be normalized. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of scaling based on day. So this will probably end up being less money overall. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Obsidian enchantment no longer provides lifesteal. Instead, it has been updated to turn the item into the so it gains the weapon tag or buff it if it's a ready weapon. I don't know what the numbers on this are. Buffing flat damage though it'll be pretty strong if you have already crit. But yeah, I like enchantments that can give tags to items. That's very interesting. We'll see if there's going to be some kind of absurd combinations. I'm thinking of the sniper PV encounter, where if you get the skill, it makes your weapon have a longer cooldown but triple the stats. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know how this is gonna work. I really like this because I was complaining that lifesteal as an enchantment is completely useless when heal is in the game, because heal has combination of other items, so you can get like multicast on your heal items, whatever cooldown reduction, and lifesteal has none of those synergies. So why would you ever want to enchant a weapon that heals you for 50 versus lifesteals for 50? It's the same thing. Can now enchant obsidian. Okay, obsidian. Redesign bronze items. Okay, I don't know that much about the encounters off the top of my head. So I'm just got to see these in game. Oh, random enchantment. Oh. Okay, they nerfed this encounter because I don't know if it's a nerf or a buff. It's just gonna be random now. So it's not as good because before we could see what enchantment it gives you, and if you don't need it, then don't go to it. It's a slightly a nerf, but it was one of the strongest encounters in the game. Unsellable. I didn't even know that was a thing. Strange mushroom. Oh, they completely redesigned it. Sell it 3 gold. No longer is this an XP option. So you can't get level 2 day 1? Interesting. Get a neutral item. I wonder if that includes Curio's stash. I don't know. Lost encounter. Now silver. This is the lost crate. Okay, this is one of the best encounters in the game. Early on, just get 2 XP. I mean 2 gold and 1 XP. Now silver. Get a silver tier upgrade hammer. Oh, it's an upgrade. Return it, get a bronze skill. So this encounter is just going to be for upgrading an item, basically, because bronze skills are not super good. So they nerfed these encounters. Huh. That's a shame. I think just merchants in general, most of the time I'd prefer to go to a merchant. And encounters, other than leveling up to XP early on, but I like interesting encounters instead of going to merchants and just rolling and praying you get a good item. I just I like encounters more personally. Okay, encounter plunder for Vanessa. They removed the income gain for Pygmalion. 3 regen. It's pretty good. I mean, not really, but now gives a silver. Huh. I wonder if it still has the Pygmalion get 2 income. Tim. Oh, new encounter. So we got one new encounter and they nerfed a bunch of encounters, is what it looks like. Silver tier loot or 25 max HP. Doesn't seem too great, honestly. And so they removed all the XP from day one. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, some Vanessa changes. I'm going to briefly go over these. I'm just going to focus on the Pygmalion changes. Illusory. Illusory. This is nice. So now it can work with the Ray type, which it should have in the first place. They fixed the electric eel bug. This was nice. If you didn't know about it, then don't worry about it because it's gone. They buffed pufferfish. They buffed narwhal. 16 damage. That's funny. Pufferfish buff is actually pretty important. 2 poison on the bronze version. We'll see. 2 poison overall. It does make a big difference. Rifle, slight nerf. It can now not work with other weapons. And Vanessa Amulet, they fixed the bug. Okay, it's now also apparel. That's nice. I'm not going to look too much about that. Pygmalion, this is where I'm at. So, yeah, this is annoying when you're enchanting because it would show it as an enchantable option and then it wouldn't do anything. Balcony, they reduced the cooldown reduction by a significant amount. They cut it in half. Huh. I like this. I was hoping they would rework this item to not give cooldown reduction. Because I don't think properties need it, but this is a massive nerf to try to make larger properties that are slower to work. But for items like fixed upper, this doesn't really change anything. So let's keep reading. Cash register shiny fixed. Nice. Cargo shorts. They reworked these. 8-second cooldown. Okay. 5, 10, 20, 40. 5 is a really low number for each small item you have. If you have another apparel item, this item's cooldown. Is this just a single time? So it's a 4-second cooldown. I assume you can't get it down to 2 seconds. It seems like a really weak item. It used to be an okay eco item. It was nice to burn your money. There's like, again, I don't feel like there's that many ways to burn your money on this character. So this might be a bigger, I wouldn't say nerf. This item doesn't seem too useful though. We'll see. Crystal Bonsai. Oh, it's a silver tier item now. I mean, that's nice because economically, let's see what else they changed. 2, 3, 4. It's the same. Start of each fight. They buffed the value. Okay, so it's a better eco item now. Whoa. That's not very nice. When you lose a fight, permanently destroy this. That's not. I mean, it's actually not that big of a change because, I mean, no, that does kind of suck. But at least they buffed the value. I still think it's a good eco item, but sure. I don't really know how I feel with this change. It's nice not to get it at bronze. I always preferred it at silver, anyways. You're just going to use it for PvE fights. It's way too scary to use it for a player versus player fight now, unless you're just really ahead. Deed redesign. Okay. At the start of each day, your properties gain value. This item's value is equal to the highest value property, but it still doesn't have the property tag, so it doesn't work that well. Interesting. Okay, so there's only one multiplication now. This is pretty good value gain, though. I guess it's only started. I don't know. This seems like a pretty big nerf. That's probably enough for fixed upper. Oh, and they also nerf fixed upper. I didn't think this would be a problem now. Um. Hmm. Okay, so triple nerf there. Cooldown reduction. Remove deed as a multiplication, and they remove the upgrade at the start of each day. I used to like buying a fixed upper just as an economy item. I didn't really before it was more popular to use, but I don't think I think this is all like this is more than enough to nerf it out of rotation, out of the meta. Jewelry, apparel type, bunch of bug fixes, bug fixes. Oh, piggy bank, slight nerf, but that doesn't really matter. You're never gonna really get a golden piggy bank. What? Okay, robe rework. Shielded robe is now this has double shield bonus. I don't know. Oh, this is the enchantment change. I don't know what it was before. Slingshot. They buffed the damage at bronze and they nerfed it at diamond. This is their whole plan of making items more impactful at bronze and less upgrade incentive. I don't I don't know how I feel about it. You're never really gonna use a diamond slingshot, so weird. I guess it has more use early on. And oh, that's a lot of ammo though. For each toy you have instead of small item. Never mind. Huh. Interesting. Maybe there'll be some kind of cool ammo synergies. I like it, but it was easier before. So we'll see. Stained glass window. When you win a fight, your properties gain slight buff to the value. When you lose, destroy the glass. This is an expensive item normally, so that's big. And if you have 5 or fewer items in play, their cooldowns are reduced to 20. So that's a buff. But this item still I don't think is going to see much play. Skyscraper, they reduced its cooldown. And they made it more usable 5 or less items. That's nice. When you used to have 2 large items, a medium and a small, it like wouldn't. That would be like the only way. Um, but now you can have 5, which is a big change. A lot of the time, I just wouldn't include a small item because it wouldn't fit in the comp. I would make the multicast not work, but I don't know why they keep. I don't know their vision for properties. Overall, I think Pig is still in a strong spot, but weird changes, and they didn't address any of the useless items, which I think is fine because you probably wouldn't want to buff him and then he'd be strong again. I don't know. Well, I'm hoping. Bob isn't re-enabled. They didn't. Oh, okay. Crusher Claw is back, but Bob is still not in the game. Never mind. I don't really know how I feel about this patch. Okay. Okay, nerf to railgun. That's nice. And lizard. Lizard not touched. Okay, they nerf railgun. That was the main thing. Drill is still the same, so you find a drill early on and you just kind of force that. Um, Other items. They are doing a lot of Mac stuff. I'm noticing they're really preparing for Mac. So I'm just gonna skip through most of this. We'll play Mac when he comes out. Skill updates. Uh huh. Okay, they buffed all of these. That's nice. Retool. Fully reloads items. A small buff. Didn't matter too much, but that's nice. And some renames. Property Baron nerfed by 250 HP. And he got the Trader skill. Huh. That's interesting, but I feel like it's too late in the game for that to matter that much. But new monster, that's cool. Oh, they added the dragon finally, and they added Yerden. Oh, that's very cool. That's the Reynad PvE encounter. When you slow, gain regen. Yes, salt too. That's nice. Narjo, medium item, slows 2 enemy items. Huh, a crit or a charge item. He just gains a bunch of regen. Gain regen when you slow. That could be pretty incredible. But yeah, this overall patch though, it seems like a lot of nerfs to the game outside of the new starting. We'll see how that plays. I'm happy to see the Obsidian rework. Just a small little patch though. I don't think too much is going to change. I think Vanessa's in a good spot, and I didn't read through too much through the Dooley updates. Hopefully they buff some of his useless items, but they nerfed the whole start of 3 cores. I think that will be a big change. Can't just force crit core or shield core and just play one build. We'll see. It's a small change, but enough to make a shakeup.